Uh, Come on, Rockiana. Come on, Rockiana. Hey, guys. Hey, everybody. Come on, Rockiana. Oh, do I have anything to prop my? I still don't have a tripod. Who's gonna buy me a tripod? Anybody want to buy me a tripod? No, I'm just playing. I got money to buy a tripod. I'm just being silly. Don't y'all get y'all's panties in a wad now. Nicole's asking for money on her live stream after making a video the other day about not asking for money on live streams. Whoop. Okay. Let me put my diamonds on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get my diamonds on. My husband gave me. Gotta wear my diamonds. Gotta wear my diamonds. Oh, there they go. Perfect. Okay. So, happy summer. Hope everybody's having a great summertime. I'm having a fabulous summer. Me and my son are living our best lives. Nate's staying up late every night. He's got a birthday party next weekend with his best friends, one of his best friend, Cohen. His birthday is next week, right? Isn't next week the 4th of July, y'all? He'll be 10 years old. My baby is going to be the big 10. So we are fucking really excited about that. The big 10-0. So that's going to be great. I haven't gone live on this channel in like 2 weeks, so I thought I'd come over here and say hi. Y'all just ignore the weird people that come in and just say random stuff. I have to get some more of this lip gloss. I'm pretty much out of it. It's the Forget the Filler by Lawless. Also, I don't know if I showed you guys on this channel, but I'm so proud of my TJ Maxx find. Hey, Sean, what's up, babe? So I've been wanting this bag by Bottega Veneta for like a year. But the bag cost $3,000, $3,500, and I found this one on TJ Maxx. It's the same style. It's woven leather, and I got it for $60, you guys. I'm so proud of myself. Budget finds for the win. I just can't. There's no way I'm paying a car. That I could buy my son a car with $3,500. You know what I mean? Maybe not a brand new one, but like one that he could drive and not be worried about him wrecking. So there's no way I'm putting $3,500 on a purse. The only way I would ever buy a $3,500 purse is if like I made a whole bunch of money on social media, because all the money I make on my social media is just extra that I don't count on it. Yeah, Heather, right? But I really wanted the purse. So if you're a person who likes luxury purses, you'll understand. I really love luxury bags. I love the experience. I love buying nice bags. But the most I've ever spent on a bag, which is still way too much, was like $600. And honestly, like if you ask me today, like 2 years later after I bought that bag, if I regret it, I absolutely do. Because I thought the bag was going to be so much better than what it was. And it just, yeah, I need to resell it is what I need to do. I think I've worn it maybe like 4 times. And I spent $600 on that bag. But yeah, that's the only time I ever like make big purchases like that. If like I have a really good month on social media and I make like a lot of money from monetization, which For those of you guys that don't know, I am not monetized on YouTube. I'm trying to remonetize my old channel because that's where I'm going to post the majority of my content. I just come over here to go live and say hi to you guys. If you guys are not following me on my other channel, it's Discovering Nicole 1. So that's where I post everything out. Everything. Advice for teenagers because life is difficult. Be lucky you still live with your mom and dad now and you ain't got to pay bills. Live your life. Because when you hit the real world, the real streets, when you're out on your own, that's when shit gets real. Right now, you ain't got to pay bills, honey. Just live it. Live your life. Live your life stress-free. Don't worry. But the pool's open. I'm going down to Walmart to buy me a bathing suit today because I've lost so much weight that I do not fit into any of my bathing suits anymore. I'm going to get a 2-piece. It's not going to be super revealing, but it's going to show a little bit of my stomach because my stomach is so much flatter now. And I'm so excited to get tan on my stomach. Let me turn the light on so y'all can see. I'm naturally tan, but I'm pretty white right now because I haven't been out in the sun a lot. So I'm excited to get a tan. Oh. I'm so sorry your parents are getting a divorce, sweetheart. That sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that. Me and my husband have been married since 2012. No, we've been married since 2019. We've been together since 2012. And I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you. It would take a lot for me to divorce Neil. When I married him, I made a vow to go through the good times and the bad with him. It would take something serious. Like he would have to commit adultery. He would have to cheat on me for me to divorce him. And honestly, you guys, even if he cheated on me, I don't know if I would divorce him because he is such a great partner. We work so great together. He is the yin to my yang. He is the balance to my crazy. I'm wild, I'm loud, I'm outgoing, I'm off the hinge sometimes, I'm unhinged. And Neil is just like chill, you know what I mean? So my son having 2 parents is so fucking important to me that the only way I would divorce my husband is if it was like a volatile, unhappy situation. Like if we could live together and help each other and raise our son together and it still be like positive experience, I would not divorce him. But that ain't happening because we don't even fight. Okay, so let me tell y'all what happened a couple months ago. So for those of you guys that don't know, last year I was going through a really hard time coming off of a bunch of mental health medications. And at the time, I didn't realize I was going through the hard time and I was completely out of my mind, unhinged. Okay. I was crazy. I was very reactionary. You could say something and get a reaction out of me so easy. It was just like a really hard time for me last year. I was very emotional. Everything I did was driven by emotion. Now I'm a lot more cool. Like now I'm a lot more cool-headed. Like you can't just like strike me and get me to react anymore, you know? And that's what was happening all last year. I was getting hit with just boom, 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 and then I would react, you know? Well, last year while I was going through that experience, I was spending money on a credit card that my husband didn't know I had. I mean, he knew I had it, but he didn't know I was spending money on it until December of last year in 2023 when I decided that it would be a good time to come clean to him about it. And I was like, honey, I need to talk to you about my Citibank card. He's like, what about it? And I was like, I've been jacking that motherfucker up to like, it's got like $3,000 charged on it. And Neil's like, what? Oh my God, why didn't you tell me that? So I could figure it into our debt so I can start making bigger payments on it. And I was like, I fucked up, you know? And he's like, show me how much is on it. I showed him and he's like, okay, it's not that as bad as it could be, you know? I'm like, and he's like, well, have you been making payments? I'm like, yeah, I make a huge payment every month. I make $200 payment on it. And he's like, oh, okay, well, don't worry, we'll get it paid off, you know? And that's how our experiences are together. Like if something happens and I fuck up some shit, I just go to him and tell him I fucked up. Now now I'm like the saving queen of America. Y'all should see me. Like he is so proud of me. Every fucking month when we get paid, I show him our savings account and he's like, "Wow, how are you saving so much money?" And I'm like, "You know me, I just a little coupon queen." But it's because I'm taking money up from over this area and so it's stashing it over here and hiding it from everybody. Because if I put it in our regular checking account, it will be gone. It'll be gone. We spend our money in our checking account like we know it's in our checking account, you know? And so at the beginning of the month when we get paid, I start taking money out of each paycheck. Out of his paycheck, he gets paid twice a month. So I take a little bit out of the first paycheck, a little bit out of the second paycheck. I get paid once a month at the beginning of the month. I take a big ass piece of it out of my paycheck. Boom, put it in savings. Then I get paid again around the 6th of the month from another job. I just put that in savings. Then I get paid on the 27th from another job and I put that in savings. And so I just be shacking that shit in savings because it feels good to have money in savings. Have y'all ever saved that money before? It's such a good feeling to know that you have like a nest egg to fall back on, you know? Hey, Rockiana. Hey, Rocky, no. Stop chewing my carpet, little man. We're going to fight. Why do men sacrifice their happiness for their fam? The wife will sacrifice the fam for her happiness? Oh no, that's not true. Everybody makes sacrifices in a healthy relationship. Good morning. I don't want you to fight. Yeah, we're not going to fight. Yeah, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have to figure out a way to make extra money. I was doing the same thing, Heather. I was living paycheck to paycheck as well when I just had one job. I picked up multiple streams of income. This is that's okay. So, and I'm not talking about social media money. Social media money is extra. Okay? I'm not talking about the money I make from monetization on TikTok, Facebook. Like I said, I'm not monetized here on YouTube. I'm talking about picking up extra jobs. Okay? I found other jobs, other things I could do for people to make extra money each month. I mean, I have had people reach out to me and say, hey, can you manage my social media and post videos for me? I'll pay you $400 a month. That's an extra $400 a month I didn't have just for me to click post on a fucking video for them. Okay, sign me up. How many people need me to manage their social media? I got you. As long as you provide me the content, I'll make sure it goes up every single day. Okay? And so, like, that's just extra hustle money for me, you know? You have to find ways to make extra hustle money. If you live in a neighborhood where people have like a bunch of trees, going out and raking the leaves, cleaning people's gutters for them, that's extra hustle money. You know what I mean? Um, that's how you don't live paycheck to paycheck, is by finding other streams of income. Another way that you don't live paycheck to paycheck is by finding streams of income that you can do that are so for instance, I do affiliate marketing with some companies, and basically all I have to do is make content around recovery delivered and it sells itself. It sells itself. People sign up for recovery delivered because it's a great service. And so that's just that I don't have to even worry. I just, as long as I make a couple videos a month, I know that Recovery Delivered is going to sell itself, that people are going to utilize that program, and that I'll make my paycheck for that month, you know? Um, I get paid a salary wage every month, so it doesn't matter if I get 50 people that sign up or 20 people that sign up. I've been with the company long enough that they know that, you know, I'm going to do my part. But I hustle. Potato Gordo says, can you sing a Madonna song for us? Like a virgin, touch for the very first time. Okay, there you go. I'm not a singer. How much money can you make off of social media? Oh my God, you can make so much money on social media. That's why I'm working so hard on building my platforms. Because I might not be making anything off YouTube right now, but when I turn my monetization on, I'm going to be hustling. Rocky, no, stop it. He keeps finding the seams of the carpet where it meets the wall, because this is an apartment and they did a shitty job laying the carpet down. And he keeps trying to pull it up with his little teeth. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Huh? Rockiana. Why are you trying to pull the carpet up with your teeth? Why you... What? What, baby? I love you. I love you too. I love you. I love you too. I love you too. Tell him. So, I'm hoping he was... Oh, that's cool. How much money do people make from TikTok? You can make a lot of money on TikTok, especially if you sign up for the TikTok shop. Does my hair look like it's getting thicker yet, y'all? I've been using that oil all month long. I feel like it looks a lot healthier, at least. I'm going to get a trim in the next week or so. I'm going to get about that much trimmed off the bottom. So it's going to be kind of, to me, it's going to be short. That's short. So when people sign up for TikTok shop, they can sell things on TikTok and make commission from that. And then also, like their videos, you know, getting views, you can get paid from that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. TikTok is, they like suppress your content. I almost feel like it's not worth it unless you're like hella viral on TikTok. I feel like it's not worth it to be in the creator program because they suppress your views because they don't want to pay you. It's TikTok's one of the shiftier platforms for making money. It's like 1 month you can do really well. Like I made $1,200 1 month on my TikTok. And then the next month it was 50. And I was like, what the hell? You know? But like I said, I just count it all as extra. I don't count on it for my livelihood, you know? So, good job. That's the way to go. Own businesses. Good job. But yeah. To me, just posting videos online that about things that I'm passionate about talking about, right? To me, that's worth it to take the chance. And so if I make a little money from it, then hell yeah, you know? If I don't, then I don't. What's your question, Matthew? You know, do y'all know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not counting on it I'm not counting on these platforms to pay me because you guys have seen what's happened to me before. I've lost my platforms before. People have reported my content and gotten my platforms taken down. So I learned the hard way not to depend on social media to feed my family. Because if you have a group of trolls that are dedicated enough to hating your fucking guts, they can take that from you. They can report your shit until it goes down. I've seen it happen time and time again. I've seen people who were doing really well on social media lose sponsorships with brands because of trolls mass reporting them and messaging the people over and over and over again. And, that's why I believe that if you're going to do social media, it's very important to just do it as an extra and always keep a job behind it. Always. That's my advice to anybody out there who's trying to get famous on social, not famous, but make money on social media, is to have a job that you work while you're doing social media. And to keep it even when you get big and you start making a lot of money. Because like I said, all it takes is a platform. A lot of these platforms don't support their creators. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all seen what happened to me last year with my bigger channel here on YouTube. My whole channel got deleted because one girl didn't like what I was saying about her. And she decided to go in and mass report me for selling drugs. There was no proof that I was selling drugs. I wasn't selling drugs. Nothing of the sort was happening. And I lost my whole channel because of that shit. And then it came back magically out of nowhere. Like, what? Who does that happen to? Nicole. It happens to Nicole. It happens to me. And now that channel, because that channel has been inactive for a whole year, like it was not on the platform. It was completely deleted from the platform. Now I can't even get 100 views on a video on that platform. I can post a video here and it gets triple the views that it would get on my larger platform with 3 times the amount of subscribers. No, I'm married, honey. I've been married. Check out the diamonds, and these ain't fucking lab created. These are real. These ain't moissanite, bitches. Oh my God. You guys, I saw a girl on TikTok and she was showing her ring. She paid $2,000 for a moissanite. I was like, why would you pay $2,000 for a moissanite? Like, what's the point? Like, if you're going to buy a ring that looks like a diamond, then just get a real diamond. That's just because you can't resell a moissanite. You can't resell a lab-created diamond, but you can a real diamond. You know what I mean? Like, invest. My husband and I invested in my wedding set. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of it. So next time we have an anniversary, I think I'm going to make him get me I want an eternity band with the diamonds that go all the way around. I either want an eternity band with diamonds or I want an eternity band with rubies because ruby is Nate's birthstone. So I have some ruby earrings. I don't really wear them. I like to wear hoops if y'all haven't noticed in my ears. I have one little stud back here in the back, but this hole up here closed up and I can't get it to, I'm too much of a chicken. I need to go get it re-pierced. I can't get it to break through. But yeah. Oh, 17 karat. I didn't even know they had 17 karat. I thought it was 18. Yeah, my hair's looking like it's looking thicker, huh, guys? It's looking thicker and more shinier. I've been using this special hair oil from this influencer on TikTok. She has the most beautiful hair. It's super long and thick. But, after I lost all the weight that I've lost, my hair just really thinned out a lot. And so I got really scared, I was going to go bald headed because this is to me, this is a tiny amount of hair. Normally when I would take my hair and part it down the middle like this and take both sides, it would be like 2 thick ass ponytails. And now it's like 2 little strings. Look at that. Y'all remember how thick my hair was? I know y'all do because y'all used to comment on it all the time. Damn, your hair's so thick. Because it was like this thick. Oh, Ashley tagged me. She sent me the link to the hair vitamins that Mindy was talking about. Yeah, I saw, I heard that she was talking about them on a live the other day. So Ashley was actually, I was on the phone with Ashley and she was like, "Did you hear Mindy talking about these hair vitamins?" I was like, "No, I wasn't on the live." And she was like, "Let me send you the link to them so you can check them out." So I'm going to check them out. You know, anything to, my hair is like so important to me, you know? It's still, you guys, like, I need to watch myself. It's still really thick, all things considered. But to me, it's thinned out a lot. To a regular person, if they had this much hair on their head, they would be so grateful. But to a Mexican Italian who was born with the beautiful long black locks, to me, it's like I lost half my head, you know? And you guys, when I take a shower and I'm washing my hair, like, I'm serious. Like, look, I just lost a strand. You know, it's like chunks will come out. Um, oh, those they would do, Melissa. Cool. Oh, Jermaine, Jermaine, I'll do something strange for a little bit of change. Hit my inbox, baby daddy. Ah. Hey Ashley, what's up? Good morning, girl. I haven't been live on this channel in a while, in 2 weeks, so I thought I would come over and go live over here. And like I said, y'all, I have, my hair is not, all things considered, my hair is great. There's no, I had my husband check it over to make sure there was no bald spots. I just feel like it's gotten a lot thinner since I've lost weight. Hey, Clorox Bleach, what's up, honey? Yes, I have a hillbilly accent because I'm country as fuck. I live in Arkansas. Um, but yeah, I had to show you guys. Like, I'm so proud of this bag, you guys. I'm so proud of this. No, I don't live in Virginia. The Whitakers are in Virginia, honey. They're in odd West Virginia. Okay, so have y'all noticed the uptick in people on, especially on TikTok, of people on TikTok making videos that are hella country, and they're like really making they're like emphasizing their country accent like really, really heavy. It's like a new thing. It's like a fad to have a country accent, you know? So it's just like, I don't know. I think people think it's like, they think it's cute or something, but a lot of people, I've seen so many videos of people like really intensifying their country accent over on TikTok. I don't have a problem with it being thin. My hair has always been thick, and that freaked me out. Same, Melissa. Same. Yeah, mine is because I've lost. I've been on a weight loss journey, and I lost like a significant. I'm trying to pull the plugger out of this. I've lost a significant amount of weight in a pretty short period of time, about 6 months. But honey, I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. I'm so happy with my results, y'all, on this weight loss journey. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Oh! Where did that go? Oh, goddamn. There we go. Now I can get all the lip gloss off the side. Do you know what I mean, Vern? Where'd that thing go? I need to get rid of all these brushes. I'm gonna be doing a sale soon, a Poshmark sale. On I'm gonna clean all my makeup brushes, and then I'm gonna get rid of so many of them because I just don't need all of them. You know, when I first got sober, I went through a like I went through a stage where I was like spending money on stuff I just didn't need. And I bought so much makeup and I bought so much um, brushes. And now, like my style, I don't know if you guys have noticed this about me, but my style is very, I appreciate that, Vise Iron. I really do. Thank you. Um, my style is so like, I'm a very natural person, if y'all haven't noticed that. I don't wear a bunch of makeup anymore. Like I like doing my makeup, but I don't wear a lot of it. Um, my style with my hair is very no fuss, easy. I just like wearing my hair long, no style really. And I just was buying so much stuff that I just didn't need back then. And now, like, I just feel so cluttered because of it. I'm going to get rid of a lot of stuff. Thanks. I appreciate that, Melissa. That's very nice of you to say that. You know what I mean, Vern? That's me. But hey Megan, what's up, girl? But yeah, I'm just like, I don't like putting too much like effort. I like looking nice and wearing makeup and stuff, you guys, but like I don't know. I just feel like, especially when I was heavier, feel like it was something I leaned on a little bit more for like self confidence. Now that I've been able to get my weight in control and lose so much weight, um, I just feel a lot more confident just being just natural. Um, so I'm gonna be getting rid of a bunch of makeup and a bunch of brushes. And like this is stuff that I've not really used. That's why I'm getting rid of it. Don't think I'm just gonna be like selling used makeup. No. This is stuff that I like bought and then I never fucking used it. I forgot about it. You know? So yeah, I'm gonna probably put it on Poshmark. I also have a bunch of shorts that I need to list on Poshmark. Um, that don't fit me anymore. They're too big. But I'm not ready to go to the store and buy new clothes yet because I still haven't lost all the weight that I need to lose. I need to lose 20 more pounds, you guys. Um, 20 more pounds, and then I'm going to be in the gym. I want to start lifting weights. I um I ordered this thing that you do like these crunch things on off TikTok shop. And I also ordered this portable walking thing that you can plug in your house and you can walk on it and it goes like pretty fast. A treadmill basically. It was super cheap, like 150 bucks. So I can sit here, I can plug it into the wall, and I can do it in front of my TV while I watch my favorite shows. Because if y'all haven't been to Arkansas during the summertime, it's like 110 degrees out. It's so hot. I do. I feel so much better. I've lost 65 pounds. Like I feel like a new person, honestly. I feel like a new person. Um it's such a good feeling. And I'll tell you, like, people treat me better since I've lost weight. People treat me better. People are kinder to me online. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But basically, I realized that if I didn't lose weight, I wasn't going to be around for my son for very much longer. I was going to end up having a heart attack, you guys, because I was taking in so many unhealthy foods and sugar, especially. So, you know, I went from killing myself with drugs and alcohol to getting sober to killing myself with food and sugar. And when you really sit back and think about that, like I was like, holy shit, I worked so hard to get sober to die from fucking food? Oh hell no. I gotta get my life right. I gotta change my eating habits. you know? And that's a lot of it. Like, the reason why I was able to lose so much weight was because I changed my eating habits drastically and I started walking. Just incorporating making sure I get 10,000 steps a day is what helped me lose the majority of the weight that I lost. And now I have been able to maintain the weight loss by staying in a calorie deficit. I stay in a calorie deficit. I don't eat more than 1,500 calories a day, no matter what. And I'm completely full with that amount of calories now. I used to be starving when I would eat that amount of calories, but now I'm like so used to it. So, thanks, Lauren. When I lost my weight, it was the same with how people were towards me. It made me very cautious. It's weird how it made me feel. Yeah, people used to treat me, especially people on social media, like I was a second rate citizen. Like, because I was fat, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't, people didn't care to have what I heard, what I had. It was just it's the strangest thing. It's the strangest thing. It's such a night and day experience. I mean, even the comments on my videos, especially when I show like my full body and stuff, compared to the way it used to look, it's such a different experience now. Yeah, 10,000 steps for me is it's about 4 miles. Yeah, it's about 4 miles. But, I do also recognize that, like, not every, so when I first got sober, I was doing good to just stay sober. You know what I mean? That's how I fell into the unhealthy trap of overeating and becoming obese because I was struggling just to stay sober. Um, Life has gotten a lot easier for me now. I have a routine. I'm going to tell you all the truth. For I lived in my mother-in-law's old house that we rented from her from 2015 when my son was born until 2022. We moved out in 2022. So I lived there for what is that, 6 years? Okay. The whole time we lived there, we didn't have an oven. I think we had an oven maybe the first 6 months to a year we lived there. After that, the oven broke down. And I told my mother in law, hey, we pay rent. You need to replace this oven. We don't have an oven. She never replaced it. And so for 6 years, I had to cook out of an air fryer. I had to cook out of the microwave. And I will never, ever, ever forget the day we moved out of that house. A new stove was delivered to that house. To me, that's some fucking, that to me, that's just like, wow. You know what I mean? And so we paid rent. We did not live there for free. Okay. We paid the mortgage on that house. Okay. So that's why I really want people to understand something. Okay. I wasn't getting no free handouts living there. So for 6 years, I was barely fucking able to cook food. Okay. Very passive aggressive. Yes. And so you can only imagine how I feel now when she's like, you look so good. I want to say to her, girl, I was living off of microwave food for 6 years. I was paying you $1,300 a month in rent and living off microwave food for 6 years. Every time me and my mom, because my mom knows it happened, and I talked to my mom about it. And like I said, y'all, I have forgiven my mother in law, but I can never forget the stuff that she has done. Like, it's just so fucked up. Like, to me, you would at least put a new fucking stove in there because your grandson lived there. Do you know what I'm saying? And then to make comments and stuff and say, oh, Nate is really shooting up. Yeah, it's because I'm not feeding him microwave food anymore. You know what I mean? Like, oh God, don't even get me started on that. I try not to talk about it because it just makes me so mad. When I think about it, it makes me so fucking mad. Because to me, I just can't think of any, like, that was just like a slum landlord. That's just like a slumlord. That's just not caring because you don't have to live there. You know? And here's the thing though, I wasn't using drugs. This was in my sobriety, bro. I had to live like this in my fucking sobriety. You know? But anyway, that's a lot of the reason why I struggled so much with my weight was because I didn't have the proper tools to provide for myself and my family a good balanced meals. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not realize it, but having a stove is very important. Very important to cook meats and bake things, and just it's just so important. And so it was really just a whole hot mess altogether. Um, my husband is so amazing though because he has my back 100%. And like I can totally understand. So I try to see it from my mother-in-law's point of view. You know, for many years, her and her family were trying to help Neil get sober, and he wasn't getting sober, right? Then I came into the picture, and we both were struggling with addiction together. When I came into the picture, it made it really easy for his family to blame me, that it was my fault. You know, hey, Damien, to say that the reason why he was getting high was because I was there, you know, when he had been doing it for years before I even got there. In fact, my husband was married before we got together, and he had a lot of the reasons why him and his first wife got divorced was because of his pill addiction, you know? Um, and so, and she cheated on him. So those are two really big, she cheated on him and he had a really bad pill addiction. So, um, but when I came into the picture, they were like fighting against me. At least his mother was. His dad always accepted me with open arms, and was always so kind to me. But Neil's parents really struggled with realizing and understanding that their son problem was their son's problem, and nobody else was responsible for his problem. I think it was just easier for them to blame other people because if not, then they blamed themselves. But my family's not like that. My family didn't blame themselves, and they knew my problem was my problem, and they always held me accountable for that. That's why, you know, at 18 years old, my parents said, "You're not coming home, you're staying out all night, you can't live here anymore." And my parents kicked me out of my house when I was 18, and I lived on my own ever since. Ever since. Um, I had the opposite kind of parents. So Neil had the kind of parents who enabled his addiction, who made excuses for his addiction, who blamed other people for his addiction. And then I had the kind of parents who were not taking no shit and who were like, you're making choices that are bad and we're not supporting those choices. When you decide to make good choices, we'll support those choices. So we came from two different kinds of dynamics. And then when we came together, you know, I come from the dynamic that even though I was doing drugs, I knew I was fucking up my life and I took responsibility for that. And so when Neil and me got together, he would make a lot of excuses and and I'm like, dude, you're fucking your shit up. You're the one, we're the ones doing this. Like, it was just such a weird mesh together. And so his parents, when we got together, the first 2 to 3 years we were together, his parents went into overdrive trying to make him get sober and basically get him to leave me, And, um, well, honestly, it didn't work. And they put him in treatment. They tricked him into going to treatment. And when I say tricked, I mean they tricked him. They told him that he was going to be going to this place that was going to be like an amazing um, place that was like 3 months, or no, I think they said it was 30 days, but it was actually a 90-day program. They told him it was only 30 days, but it was amazing, like getaway in the wildlife, blah, 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 blah. He got there. It was a 90-day program, faith-based. All they wanted them to do was pray. They didn't have no detox. And Neil was coming off of 365 milligrams of fucking methadone. Okay. Plus opioids, other opioids, benzos, crack cocaine. And so he went into this place with no way to detox. Okay. And so he literally almost died there. And he made it 2 weeks and then called me from a hotel and was like, get my dad to come up here and get me because I'm fucking out of there. And I was like, okay. But it was not really his dad. Like I said, his dad knew how much he loved me. His dad knew it. His dad was like, Neil loves you. Neil is in love with you. His dad would tell me every day, my son loves you. Please treat my son right. He loves you so much. Oh, it just makes me so emotional just thinking about it. His dad was such a good man. He was such a good man, and he was so kind to me, even though I was struggling so much with my addiction. Y'all have to understand, like, I was with Neil all the time. We never left each other's side, ever. If his parents said I couldn't stay the night with him, then we would sleep in his fucking truck. You know what I'm saying? If his parents wouldn't let me come over and stay the night, we were outside the parking lot in the fucking Xterra. Like, we never left each other's side. When I was living with my best friend, sleeping on her couch, Neil came over. We pushed two couches together and made a bed. You know what I mean? Like, he was there with me through everything. I love him so much. He's my best friend. Yeah, Neil's dad is the one who guessed our pregnancy. It was I think it was around November of 2013. I was in the kitchen and he was like, "You're pregnant." He goes, "Nicole." He goes, "Nicole, are you pregnant?" And I was so mad. I was like, "What are you calling me fat?" Because back then I was super skinny, y'all. Um, Let me get my other phone and I'll show you guys how skinny I was. And you'll understand why I was like, "Are you calling me fat?" Because I was skinny as fuck. Um, but he was like, "No, no, you're glowing. You're glowing." And I was like, "Oh, Al, you're tripping." I didn't think I could have kids. And he was like, "No, I'm pretty sure you're pregnant." And so a week later, I had been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. I told Neil, um, I think I might be pregnant. We should check it out. And he was like, okay. And so we went and I checked I got a pregnancy test and I was pregnant. Like, are y'all seeing that? Look how big my head is and how small my body was. So, um, I took a pregnancy test and sure enough, I was pregnant and I was in active addiction. Oh, so just, I was so upset with myself. I love this is me. This is Nicole's style. Like I was always wearing ball caps with sunglasses and a little t-shirt with yoga pants. Just super sporty spice. You know what I'm saying? Sporty spice. That's my style. Or I'm hippie chick, like crochet tube top with a pair of low rise bell bottom jeans. That's my style. Um, what is this person doing? Julie, you're weird. Thank you, Pixie. I'm like, what is going on? But when me and Neil met, we were like I said, we were both struggling in our active addiction. We were both active addicts, and this is the difference between my family and Neil's family. Okay, when I brought my husband home, my boyfriend home to meet, he was my boyfriend at the time. When I brought my boyfriend home to meet my husband or my parents, sorry, um, when I brought Neil home to meet my parents, my mom sat us down and said, "You guys both struggle with addiction. Being in a relationship with somebody that struggles with addiction, both struggling, is going to be very difficult. This I want to share the reality with you all that this is going to be a struggle. You all are going to go through hard times, blah, 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 and you won't be able to be your full potential until y'all are both in recovery and both sober, and me and my parents understood that, and my mother and father never blamed Neil for anything that I did. They always knew that if I was doing something, it's because my motherfucking ass probably initiated it most of the time. You know what I mean? It was probably my idea. Um, and they just really, like, my mom and dad are just the epitome of like what you have to do when you have a child that struggles with addiction. You still love them and accept them, but you don't support their bullshit. You know what I mean? You love and support them as a person, but you don't support their bad behaviors. And that's what my parents did. They separated themselves enough to be able to support me and love me, but not support my bad behaviors. You know what I mean? Neil's parents, on the other hand, were, I don't know, I almost feel like they were already really upset because Neil had been in a relationship prior to being with me that he got in when he was like 21. I met Neil when he was like 32. So this is years after he's been divorced, okay? But the relationship that he married into when he was like 20 or 21, it was like they were together, I think married for maybe 2 years and then got divorced. The girl really fucked Neil over. She cheated on him with his best friend. That she married his best friend. They're married and have kids now. And knew Neil was struggling with substance use disorder and kind of just like fucked him over. And so I think they really had like a bad taste in their mouth for anybody that dated their son. And they just assumed that to be better off, just be, especially his mom, to be like, I don't know. She's just very, like I said, very judgmental of me, very passive aggressive of me, just very pick. Yeah, like I'm not her first pick. You know what I mean? And that's why it doesn't matter. Like when we got married in 2019, we didn't go and ask her. His dad passed away in 2016, and we had been together for 4 years at that point. By 2019, we had been together for 7 years. And so we got married because we're like, we've been together for fucking 7 years. We love each other. We're best friends. We're not leaving each other. And so we went and got married. I'll never forget the day that we came home with our marriage certificate and we decided to stop by his mom's house and say hi because, she lives like literally right there, walking distance. And we pulled out the marriage certificate and the look on her face was this priceless. It was like, it's like, I just, it was just, She couldn't hide her disgust. I've been with this man since 2012, y'all. How many years is that? 12 years? Okay, 12 fucking years I've been with this man, okay? I have put up with everything. I have been through psych wards. Let me just tell y'all something, okay? I went to treatment. I got sober. Done deal. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Right? I didn't drag Neil through multiple treatment centers with me. I didn't do any of that stuff. When I went to treatment the last time I went to treatment, I got sober. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. The rest is history. I have been through multiple psych ward trips with my husband. Okay? I have been through multiple treatment center trips with my husband. I have been through losing his ass losing jobs. Okay? If anybody deserves a gold star, it's this bitch right here. Okay? And to be acting like I'm not the catch and looking at me like, I was just like, are you delusional? What the fuck? You should be thanking me for taking this man off your hands, woman. You should be fucking cheering me on. I should get a gold fucking star. And listen to me, I love my husband, y'all. He's my best friend, but he is a handful. And especially when we first started dating, he had so many very, very bad mental health issues. My husband used to be, I've never talked about this online. Do I want to talk about this? Do I want to talk about this? Yeah, I could talk about this. Neil used to be a self-mutilator, a cutter. When I first met him, he would take a knife and cut right here on his chest. He has like scars from it. And then on his arm right here, on his thigh. And not a lot, because I've seen some people who have it really, really bad. Trigger warning. I'm sorry if this is triggering anybody. I'm just being honest with you guys. But I say not bad. I'm comparing it to people who have like, they have you can see it's like a whole line, but it's bad. Like he has thick keloid-like scars from him cutting his chest, cutting his arms right here. And so, when I met Neil, like he had so much anger inside of him, anger and hurt, depression, anxiety, and he didn't know how to like get that out of him. That's what I've done for my husband is I am my husband's safe place. Like my husband can lay down and not worry and know that as long as he's doing great. All I ask of him is to go to work and do his job. I'll do the rest. I'll make sure Nate's taken care of. I'll make sure the house is clean. I'll do my job. I'll make my money. I'm not asking for him to be the sole provider. I put 50-50. Everything we do is half-half. Or I mean, everything we do goes into the same area. But, like I work just as hard as he works, and I don't expect him to just take care of me, right? I don't expect to be a passenger princess, all right? I work. And I will work until the day I die, probably. Okay? It's just better for me. I like working. I look forward to doing jobs for people and helping people and making the content that I make and doing the things I do online. And I'm very fortunate that my job is from home and I can work from my computer. But if it wasn't, I would get up and I would go into an office every day. No problems. No problems. So when I met Neil, he had all this displaced like rage and anxiety and like anger, anxiety and sadness, and he was really a different person when I met him. He's changed so much. He's gotten so much better. Like it's just it's amazing to see. He was broken when I met him. It was scary because I had never been with anybody who did that to themselves, And so I remember the first time that I caught him doing it, I grabbed the knife from him and I was like, I said, motherfucker, you want to die? I'll cut your fucking throat, bitch. I was so mad. I was like, I thought that he was doing that to try and kill himself. So I was like, here, let me finish the job, pussy. You know what I mean? But then I realized and I researched and I talked to him a little bit about it that it wasn't that he was trying to kill himself at all. It was more that it was like he said when he would do it, it would be like, do you know what I'm saying? Like he would feel like, and then he would do that and it would be like, release it. You know what I mean? It would just totally release it. And especially when I was in active addiction, you guys, I was like very violent. I was the kind of person that in active addiction, and I didn't get in fights at all a lot, but if somebody stepped to me the wrong way or pissed me off, I would act first, talk later. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, um, Neil was he was just in a really, really bad place when I met him. I think that he was also in a place mentally where he was like, I'm 32, I'm divorced. He wasn't in any relationship with anybody. He had a job that he wasn't really happy with. I just think he felt like I I feel like he felt like he was less of a man, you know? And so when I came along, um I'm very strong, you know, even though I was struggling in active addiction, I always made sure that I took care of myself. Like I always had a place to stay, even if it was sleeping on somebody's couch. And that's where I met my husband. I was sleeping on my best friend's couch. I was paying my best friend, who wasn't my best friend. I didn't even know who she was, okay? My friend Hunter, that I went to Cocaine Anonymous with, came into my job one day. I was at Kroger working. Hunter came into Kroger and he was like talking about how him and his girlfriend needed a roommate. And I just so happened to need a place to live. And I was like, oh, wow, I need a place to live and a ride to work every day because my car, I had just sold my car because it had gotten impounded. And I was like, I can pay you guys $400 a month if you can make sure that I eat and I get to work every single day. I'll pay you $400 a month to sleep on your couch. And he was like, deal. And so we shook on it. He picked me up that day after work, drove me to my friend's trailer to get all my clothes and stuff. And I moved in that night. I met his girlfriend, Kaylee. Never met her a day in my life. Hey, girl, what's up? My name's Nicole. Don't worry, I don't want to fuck your man. And we became best friends. Me and her became fast friends. And I think I had been living there for about a month. And I was like, girl, let's party tonight. And I'm gonna get some meth. And she's like, okay. You know, so I went and got some meth for me and her. I got some oxys for Hunter. And we got high. And I was like, I want to invite a boy over. Can I call some boys? And she's like, yeah. And so I called my friend Casey, who was like my fuck buddy. And Casey brought Neil over. And I was like, oh my God, I had never met Neil before. He was so sweet and so much different than anybody I had ever met. And he was sitting on the couch and he was like sitting there laughing, joking, telling jokes, just being he is so charismatic. He's such an like funny guy. I was like just watching him and listening to him talk. And so that's when I decided to shoot my shot. I was like, I like your vibe. Like, I love the vibes that you're giving off. I like it. And he was like, thanks. And so I think he realized like, oh, she likes me. She's saying that she likes who I am. So I sat back down beside him and we started talking. And then he was like, do you want to go with us? Because we're going to get a hotel room tonight. And I was like, yeah. And so the rest was fucking history, bro. We stayed up all night long talking, high on meth, and didn't get any sleep that night, but we talked all night long. And like literally, I knew that I was going to marry Neil that night. Like I knew that we were going to be together forever. We had so much in common. Um, Now, attraction wise, like physical attraction, he was, if you look back on all the guys I dated before him, I have a type. If y'all haven't, I have a thing for redheads. The only person I didn't date that wasn't a redhead was LD. LD was not redheaded, but before I met Neil, I dated a guy that his name was Joe, redhead. Another guy, Nick, redhead. Like, I don't know what it is, but I would just find these gingers. And so I was like, do I have a thing for gingers, for redheads? I guess I do. But like, as far as like hair color, I was like, I have a thing for gingers or whatever. But like, as in personality and the way he carried himself, he was totally different than any guy I had ever dated. He, and what the reason why he was totally different than any guy that I had ever dated, I love talking about my husband, you guys, because he's just such a great man. Um, and I'm sorry if I'm like making anybody feel bad or anything like that. I'm just really happy. Like, my husband is a good man. I'm so fucking lucky to have him. And I have a good husband. I have a really, really good husband. And in today's day and age, it's hard to find a good man. Okay. So I'm going to brag a little bit. Okay. Okay. So, when I met Neil, our, he was totally different than any guy I had ever dated because, like, he had a job. He came from a two-parent household. Most of the guys that I had dated up until that point were all from divorced families, okay? And none of our relationships ever worked out. And I truly believe it's because those guys didn't have an example of what a good relationship was, because their parents were not married. And so Neil was the first guy that I ever dated whose parents were still married, like my parents were still married. And my dad used to always tell me that when you enter in a relationship with somebody, that you have to make sure that you're equally yoked. And I never understood that until I met my husband. And basically, what it means is, like, me and my husband, we have the same, like, a lot of our beliefs are the same: political beliefs, religious beliefs, family beliefs, like equally yoked, you know? And so we both come from very good, solid families, you know? Even though his mom is super passive aggressive to me and that has done some things that really hurt me in the past, at the end of the day, like, she's a good mother. Their family is a good family, you know? Like, they are respected, you know? That's what I mean. So, um, when I met Neil, it was like literally nothing for me. Like, I knew that I was going to date Neil. You know what I mean? Um, I remember so it was probably about a month had gone by, a month or two had gone by that me and Neil had been dating each other. And what I mean by dating, I mean he was coming over every day, staying the night. He just never left my side, except for when I had to go to work and he had to go to work. So we were together all the time. I remember I called him one day and I was like, hey, I need you to stay at home tonight because I am going to have a girls' night with Kaylee. And the reason why I didn't want him to come over was because I was going to go through my phone and call all my booty calls. I had a bunch of booty calls. I was single. I had been single for 6 years when I met Neil. I I wasn't hadn't dated anybody like serious. I had a couple relationships like, but they were nothing serious. They were all just fuck buddies basically. And so I knew that I wanted to call all my fuck buddies, call my drug dealer Z, and tell him, hey, the dynamic's going to change. I can't get down with you if I don't got money no more. Hey, I can't suck your D or whatever. Because me and my drug dealer, we would fuck all the time. Um, he was cute. He would come over and stay the night at my house, like all kinds of stuff. And so I knew I needed to call all of my fuck buddies and say, hey, I'm in a committed relationship. You know, like, please don't call my phone anymore. Please don't text me. Like, I really love this guy and I don't want to mess it up. And all these people that I had this kind of like fuck buddy relationship with, we all knew what it was. There was no like, oh, I'm so in love with you, Nicole. No, these were like legit just my fuck buddies. And so, that's what I was going to do. I was going to call all these guys, and there was quite a few. And yeah, I got around, okay? And so Neil showed up at midnight that night. And I was like, what are you doing here, dude? Like, I told you to not come over. It really made me upset because I felt like he was like overstepping my boundary. And it was weird. Like, do you not trust me? And it made me really upset. And the next morning I woke up and there was roses at the front door and, you know, an apology letter and everything. And so when he came over the next day, I sat him down and I was like, dude, the reason why I didn't want you to come over was because I was calling every guy that I fucked and telling them I can't fuck them anymore because I wanted to be in a committed relationship with you. You know what I mean? And I think he was just like, didn't understand that, you know? But Neil's my best friend. He is my best friend. He is the best thing that ever happened to me. He is such a good person. He's so kind. He will literally help people. He's just a good person. I love him so much. But anyways, I guess I could sit here and I could talk about my husband all day long because he's just amazing. And I'm so fortunate to have him. And I realize that, you know, I feel like he feels the same way about me as well. But yeah, I could yap and yap and yap about my baby all day long, but I won't torture y'all anymore. But I really just wanted to come on here and hang out and chit chat with y'all for a little bit because I haven't talked with y'all in a while over on this channel. But yeah, I'm just really focusing on my life and doing the right thing and staying sober for my family. Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate it, girl. It's really important to me to stay in a good space mentally. I'm trying not to get involved with chaos online. Like, it just really took a toll on my mental health, you know? I'm just being honest with you guys. To be going back and forth with people every day that you don't even know in real life or that you don't have, it's just exhausting. It's exhausting. And I have so much more to offer you guys than me bickering back and forth with girls online that don't like me, you know? So if people don't like me, that's okay. Like, that's your prerogative. And like I said, I'll always respect people's opinion of not liking me. That's fine. If when you cross the line and you're straight up harassing me, then that's when I'll come for you. But I'm not going to come for you like you think I'm going to come for you. I'm not going to make videos about you. I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth with you. I'm not going to entertain what you're doing. I'm just going to take you down. Straight up. Straight up. And like I said, that's only if people are harassing me. I don't care if you have a different opinion. I don't care if you make content talking about me. Make it all you want. It's when you are going into my real life, contacting my employer, talking about my family members, talking about my child. That's when I will come for you. And I will do it silently. You will not know what's going to happen. You will not know it's me. It will just, you'll wake up one day and it'll be gone. Hey, Eldon. Thank you, baby. You know, that's how I just don't have time or the energy to go back and forth with people online anymore. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it. And I just won't do it. I'm not going to do it. It took me going through that experience to realize it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, that's my sunspot. Um, it's like a, from the sun. Um, it's very, very exhausting. Like, it's just so exhausting, and it doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't accomplish anything at the end of the day, you know? And it just took me going through that to realize that it's not accomplishing anything. Um, and then when I'm spending my time talking about someone else all day long and making content about that person all day long, then what am I doing for myself? I'm neglecting myself, you know? And so, yeah, yeah, you know? I implore anyone, like I've said since the beginning, if you think I'm a body broker, if you think I'm doing things that are illegal, then you need to call the police and report me, and I'll be waiting for them handcuffs. Clink clink. Um, I've been waiting for years. I've been waiting for years. You know, it's like when I think on that, I just think it's so fucking hilarious because it's like, especially if you've been watching my content lately, you hear how I talk about not supporting treatment centers and not believing in the treatment that they're providing. But then people try to go online and say that I'm brokering people into these treatment centers when I don't even really believe in treatment. And so I could talk about it. I could sit here and laugh with you guys all day long about it, but it makes no sense. So, like I said, I implore people, please call the police. Please report me to the FBI. Please, I'm begging you. I am begging you. I have been waiting. Good, John. Good, I'm waiting. Um, it's just like, oh, it's exhausting. That's another reason why I just had to like really step back and think about, like, am I arguing with people who have like all their mental faculties? Like, you know what I mean? Am I really arguing with people who know what's in their right mind? You know what I mean? I don't think I am. So that's why I just leave it alone. You know? But yeah, Matt saved my life too. Yeah, same. Um Same. I'm just really sad, like watching people, like, I just can't believe that we're still pushing people into abstinence only treatment programs when we have seen that not most people don't succeed in that, you know? People need options, and that's what I believe in support, you know? I believe in support, people being given multiple options to choose from, you know? Um, because I'll never forget the day the doctor asked me, why do you keep going into rehab if you keep relapsing afterward? And I'm like, doc, it's because that's the only option that's ever been given to me. I was never given an option until now, another option, which was mat treatment, and it saved my life. Saved my life. Screaming from the rooftops, baby. But anyways, I enjoyed reminiscing and chit-chatting with y'all today. Um, Not much of anything going on over here. It's really hot here in Arkansas, so we've been laying low during the really hottest part of the day, you know? But yeah. I love you guys, and I hope y'all have a great day, and thanks for chit-chatting with me and listening to my stories for today. I see y'all later, okay? Bye, y'all.